This one I am really excited to bring you because this is the new RC Motorhomes RC9M. This is a 9-metre vehicle. Now we've had an RC9M on the channel before. This is a new version of it, and the big news with this, if we come around on this side, is the fact that it has got twin slide outs. The previous one had a single slide out, this one's got two, and I would explain to you why this is possible now to have two slide outs and it wasn't before when we get a little bit further around the vehicle. But I'll show you a couple of details as we go on around. This little chap on the front here is part of the surround camera system. There's cameras dotted all the way around that give you a helicopter view when you're manoeuvring. That's really, really helpful. It's a 3 litre in this one. I think it's 210 horsepower if I remember rightly, diesel engine, and it's 7.2 tons. So it does allow you to drive this on a C1 license, because C1 takes up to 7.5, which is rather helpful. That little button there releases this one, which is a pass-through storage that goes right the way across. You can see the awning sides are in there, and also the awning legs as well, just over on the left. And other things that we have down here include pressure wash system. That's that little blue chap at the top. That's the hydraulics for the self-leveling. And also, if I pull that one, that's the onboard generator there. There we go, and part of the planning system is in there as well. Excellent. There we go, let's close that one all back down. And then just here we've got the generator fill. Water filler is here as well, and so forth. If we come right on round to the back, tow bar, of course, the 240 volt hookup is here, reversing camera up on the top. As I say, that's part of the surround camera system. We've got the awning on this one as well, you can see with the lighting in, which is really nice. That's part out, and it comes out a lot further, and as I say, there are sides for that as well. In fact, that's what these little silver clips here are for. But here's the big news, because RC Motorhomes have been very much based around motorsport vehicles, and they have large garages that you can fit bikes into, like motocross bikes, that sort of thing. They've realised that some of their customers don't want to do that. They'd rather focus on the accommodation. So what they've done with this is you've still got the storage area, but it's not the full height garage, and that pays dividends on the interior of the vehicle. But we'll have a quick look in here while we're at it. That one inside there is the lithium batteries. We've got a heater outlet in here as well, power outlet is in here, lighting as you can see across the back. So still a decent area, but much lower than it was on the previous ones. The other thing we've got here is the TV and the sound bar. This is quite neat because this will actually pull out and swivel, and this gives it some shade in bright conditions so you can watch it from within your awning. That one there is to put a little bin onto, he says. There we go. I don't know why I felt the need to show you that, but there it is. And that's just a little table that folds down from the side. And if we carry on around a little bit further, that's the other side of that pass-through. And then steps, of course, that drop down. In fact, the other thing it's got on here, first of all of these lockers, everything is all a central locking system. So when you unlock it, it unlocks everything, but when you lock it, everything is locked up. You have to go around locking everything individually. But also on the back of this door, there's a coded keypad here, and that means that people can access the vehicle without needing a key. So if there's a few of you on holiday, you can let people have the code for the vehicle. You don't need to let people have keys that they're going to lose. But that is, let's take a last little look before we go inside. That is a smart bit of kit, isn't it? Custom colour on this one as well, very, very nice. Let's head on in. So steps roll out here. I'll slip my shoes off and in we go. This is the levelling system control for the hydraulic levelling, and this is literally the big news. That slide out gives a tremendous amount of width here, and it goes all the way through, and we'll see it in the bedroom as well. Now the important thing to mention is the fact that this still all works with the slide out in. You can still get through and get to everything. Obviously what you lack is the floor space that we have with it out. That's what it gives you when you power it out. Let's go right to the front. There's a couple of things I want to show you up here, and then we'll work our way back. So down here in the cab, this is really interesting. This is a Telemar electric braking system. What this is it activates powerful magnets around the prop shaft. It means that when you're driving, if you're going down a long descent, for example, you can click that onto various power levels. And it means when you take the foot completely off the accelerator, it brings in the electromagnets and gives you retardation without having to use your brakes. So you're not having to be reliant on your brakes at all times. That's giving you electronic braking. Particularly useful in a motorhome because of course they're fully laden all the time, whereas trucks and that sort of thing tend not to be always fully laden. So that's very, very helpful. But also we've got air suspension with a stabilization system. So this is helping to avoid roll when you're cornering, also giving you height adjustment, that kind of stuff. And that is all controlled from that little chap on there, or you can just have it on auto and it will sort it all out for you. Other things that we've got here, we've got the navigation system, of course, and the media system. This one up here is the camera system. So this is giving you the surround camera that I mentioned. It's also giving you a separate reversing camera, but it's also giving you another camera that means you can maneuver the vehicle over a drain, and all of the water drains, the black water, the grey water, and the fresh water, are controlled electronically from here. So you can position the vehicle over the manhole that you're going to use for that. You can hit the button and you can drain it all straight from here. Automatic transmission, of course, multifunction steering wheel, usual kind of stuff. But yeah, that's a nicely spec'd and nicely equipped cab, isn't it? Love these seats too with the RC Motorhomes logos on the headrest. Here we go, I'll show you on this one. There we are. Excellent. More stuff to talk about. It will travel with and sleep for, because there are seats that come out of here and out of here to make that into forward seat belted seating way end away, and it's staggered, so you've got loads of space as well. And it means that you're not compromising this area here trying to fit forward facing seating into it. It means that when the forward facing seating is away, this is a completely social and uncompromised area. And there's more stuff you can do with this. For a start, you can make this into a bed that comes right the way across here, but also this is for a table in here. So there are two tables, they can be joined together to make like a banqueting table, and that gives you a massive dining area just in there. There's another bed up here. I said it will sleep 4, actually I think it will sleep 6. Look at this, because you've got that one and you've got the bedroom at the back. That's very impressive, isn't it? Sonos sound system to go with the TV, so you can see the speakers for it here. There's another one on the other side. If we look up here, we'll find things like the Wi-Fi router for the vehicle. We've got fuses and circuit breakers in this one. Some really trick lighting in around here. A power operated opening roof section. And this is the control system for the vehicle over here. So this is giving us access to, well, everything basically is controlled from here. Step in and out, the awning in and out, the slide outs in and out, the roof open and closed, motorhome locking and unlocking, the lighting, all that kind of stuff. And then from here we can go further into other areas. Let's come back to the main page. There we go. On this one now we can go into electrical equipment, for example, like this, and you can see the power that's coming in, the power that's coming out, where it's coming from, solar powered control, all that kind of stuff is all accessed from there. There's the solar and battery monitoring. That's all in there. That's very smart. There's even a internet access on here as well. Very, very impressive. If we come around a little bit further, we've got, that is the generator control here, and this is the HDMI splitter. So you can have different TVs all from a single source. So a Fast Stick, for example, will feed all of the televisions on the vehicle, of which there are 3. Because there's this one here that you can see. There's the one on the outside that we saw, and there's one also in the bedroom. If we head on back a little bit further, we've got the kitchen area just here. Again, you're getting that sense of space, aren't you, with that slide out. It's just huge. But as I mentioned, it is all perfectly usable with it in as well. Another Sonos speaker over on this side. More bits of storage up along in places like this. And look at the finish on here. Stunning, isn't it? Really, really nice. If we come across here a little bit further, then we have got sinks underneath here, like so. Lots of little bits of storage about the place. So here, up in here. It's all electric cooking on this one, which again, owner specification. So we've got the hob up here, and we've got the combination. It's a microwave, it's a conventional oven, it's a grill, does it all. They will run off the 240 volt power, so if you're plugged in at a campsite they'll run, but they'll also run off of the generator, and in fact the oven will run off the inverter. Cutlery drawer, big fridge freezer over here, really good size, like so, and a larder. So if I click that one, there we go, check that out. That's fantastic, isn't it? There we are. Also, we've got Habitat air conditioning in here. Look at this. So that's heating and cooling, but it also has diesel heating separate to that as well. Amazing. Let's press on back a bit further. This is proper top end stuff, isn't it? Love the finishes on places like this. That looks really good. And then this again is what I'm talking about with a slide out. And this is what you didn't get with the version with the big garage, because of course the garage was up to about here and then the bed was on top of it. With this you get a proper full-on bedroom. Look at that. That is impressive, isn't it? And again, you can get in here and use this with the slide out closed, but with it open you get this massive amount of space up around here and around here, again with the air conditioning system on here, again with the opening roof, with the blinds that come across it and the opening window as well, of course, little reading lights. Another thing you've got on here, if we pull this one here, check that out. That's a useful space, isn't it? Get a lot of extra bedding or whatever else you want to get in there. Absolutely fantastic. Right, let's put that back down. Pull that little catch again. There we go. Perfect. Other things to mention, we've got drawers either side of the bed, like so, but also those little chaps on the top are charging ports. So you drop your phone on there and they inductively charge. More storage up here, like so. But yeah, that is a really big, spacious room, isn't it? And that is what you gain by not having a garage, because of course normally this is all garage here, and then as I mentioned the bed is up on top. But this is spectacular. Hanging locker in there, storage everywhere basically, down here as well. Very nice indeed. Again, the drawers by the bed. Last thing to talk about then, I think, is the loo, and that is in here. Underfloor heating, by the way, also. And then this is the toilet. So we've got obviously the toilet, but also radiator here, the sink, of course, again, bits of storage about the place. Everywhere. There we go. Even down here and down underneath here, and then a really good sized shower. I'll pop that fella off of there. Look at that, proper rainfall shower in there. And the vent. And the logo in the floor. That is brilliant, isn't it? Let's close that up again. Okay, let's just stop it rattling around when you're driving. Obviously you don't need to put that on all the time. And yeah, I think that's just about covered it, but definitely the big news is the space, isn't it? What a big vehicle this is. Just superb. Brilliant. I am going to take a seat right over here. I think I've covered it all. There's so much to talk about with this. I'm sure I've forgotten something, but there we go. Hope that's given you a pretty good impression of what that one's all about. Massive thanks to RC Motorhomes for organising that tour, and massive thanks of course to you guys for watching it. Let me know what you think of that one in the comments, and we'll catch you on one of these real soon. Take care. Bye bye.